All right, welcome to the first ever episode of the live stream, that is, of the Adventures Guild on Clumsy Questers. This is a homebrew campaign I have written for the Pathfinder 2E system. And now I'm going to introduce you. I'm Big J, the Game Master, and now I'm going to introduce you to our players.
Hi, I'm Bayit. I'm going to be playing Avir, who is a sylph gnome sorcerer. I have a cute little familiar flying squirrel, and I focus in air magic and lightning magic.
And I am Josh. I am currently playing Willie Skylish, the Elven Bard. Uh, I like to strum my little lyre, and shoot with my crossbow.
All right, so without further ado, let us get started. It wasn't long ago that you decided to apply to join the Adventurers Guild in the big city, and you were thrilled that you were accepted. You were told that today would be the day you would be given your first adventure, and so this morning you made your way to the guild hall and are sitting in the waiting room waiting for your name to be called. The guild hall's waiting area is old, but clean and well maintained, with the floorboards creaking as other adventurers move about the building, and the faint smell of pipe smoke lingers in the air. A heavy-set human woman with thick eyeglasses sits behind the reception desk. Only two people sit in the waiting room, including yourselves.
With a light strumming, Willie's just going to be practicing some of his chords on his lyre.
Are we
Uh,
sitting near each other?
There's like some benches in this waiting room, and you're like within like 4 or 5 feet of each other, but you're on different benches.
I'm just going to be, playing with Tweet, my flying squirrel. He's sitting in my lap, and I'm like feeding him little berries while I listen to this stranger play music.
it's more of a strum. He's holding down the what's it? The neck of the lyre, so it's not actually making a lot of music. It's just the strumming that you could really hear.
Okay. I'm going to look over, nod real awkwardly. How tall are you?
6'4", I believe.
You're 6'4". I'm tiny. I'm way smaller than you, so I'm just gonna kind of like look up at you and just keep feeding Tweet and berries.
Willie's gonna look at the Sylvan, staring at him. Give him a little wink, and then keep strumming his lyre. Willie knows a fan when he sees one.
um, as you guys sit here, time passes, and the receptionist, a grumpy old woman with a gravelly voice, finally speaks up. She has a piece of paper and she's adjusting some eyeglasses. Willie Skylish and, Avir?
It's a veer.
Yeah, sure, honey, whatever you say.
I'm gonna stand up and walk over there.
He'll put his lyre away and stand up.
It's like, all right, so the guild masters have decided that there is something available for you, but the guild masters don't think that either of you could handle it by yourselves. So they've decided they're going to have you two work together on this one. Is there going to be any problems there?
No, of course not.
Good, because honestly, I didn't care if there would be. Not my place. Anyway, apparently a local town is having some problems with monsters. We don't have any more information than that. It's a tiny little farming community. About a day. If you leave now, you can probably get there by nightfall. It's a straight path to the west outside of the city. You'll be paid by the mayor, so when you get there, you should probably try to find and talk to the mayor.
So, if we complete this mission, we'll be like given like official membership to the guild.
Yeah, sure, honey.
And
What is your name?
Yes, what's your name?
You will call me Miss Tullivarn.
Miss Tullivarn. I'll remember you.
You know, you kind of remind me of my last husband.
Oh god.
I always hated him.
Oh, great. You're quite lovely, too.
And what did you say your position was? Miss Sullivan?
I'm the receptionist. I do all the paperwork.
Well,
that sounds quite interesting.
That explains why you and your husband didn't get along very well.
Excuse me?
Look, we're gonna go get information. Where do we get our information for this quest?
I just gave you all the information, honey. It's not that complicated.
We just go there? There's no, liaison or anything?
Look, the mayor of this village contacted the guild and said they're having problems with monsters. You need to go there and talk to the mayor. I'm sure he has more information.
Very well.
Which direction is this village?
I'm sorry, honey. You have to speak up. My hearing wasn't what it used to be.
Which road do we take?
The west road out of the city. I already said that. I have other things to do today.
Alright. Geez, you don't need to be so grumpy. I walk away.
Willie's just going to be pinching the bridge of his nose, following Avir quite closely.
So are you guys going to be making your way to this farming village to the west?
Yes, we're going to follow whatever road leads west.
You spend several hours making good time as you begin your journey out of the city. At first, there is a lot of traffic back and forth until you reach more rural roads. This region produces a large amount of corn, and by the time you can no longer see the city, cornfields border the road as far as the eye can see. Your travel continues without incident until you spot something unusual on the side of the road. A Tengu meditating on a blanket with a hand-painted sign next to him reading, Seer, Futures Told Here.
I'm gonna stop this elf before we get too close to the Tengu. Look, I know we don't know each other or anything, but let's set some ground rules. We don't talk to strangers that we don't need to. You're bad juju. Second, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Don't talk to strangers. They're bad juju.
Well, I can assure you, those strangers are simply fans that I have yet to meet. Therefore, Willie is going to take a step forward.
You guys can go ahead and put your tokens down on this map if you want.
On the left side?
Okay.
Yeah, you're coming from the left side of the map. So this, as you get closer on the road, this Tengu this Tengu Seer, he appears to be meditating. He's sitting crossed-legs and his eyes are closed. And he's on kind of like a blanket that he's laid out with a sign next to him.
Look, what did you... Willie, that's your name, right?
Of course.
Of course. Look, I don't think this guy is a fan. He would have recognized you by now.
He may be blind, as from what I can tell. Based off of nothing.
Well...
What we
I'm
can
not
do.
sure how you're getting this information. You have some kind of weird psychic abilities, but blind or not, well, why do you assume he's your fan?
Everyone's a fan that hasn't met me yet.
Well, I've met you, and
you're my biggest fan. Come, follow me. Take another step forward. You said this guy has a sign in front of him?
Yeah, it says seer. It says he's a seer and that he tells futures.
Can I tell if he's blind from here?
No, you can't.
Okay.
He just appears to be a Tengu meditating with his eyes closed.
That's what I meant. He's blind because he has his eyes closed. Either way, Willie's still gonna take another step forward. And
I'm just gonna hang back.
He's gonna start strumming his lyre once again. Oh no, he's actually gonna start playing his lyre now, because everyone knows Willie's play tunes.
You don't know if the Tengu's noticed you or not. He might not even be awake for all you know. From the moment you've seen him, he's just been sitting there, legs crossed on the ground, with his eyes closed. Again, it appears he's meditating.
I'm going to whisper to Tweet, "Hey, you should go check him out, see if he's got anything valuable on him. I don't want to pass up an opportunity like this. That guy looks like he's sleeping."
You hear the Tengu without opening his eyes. He goes, "I don't think that would be wise."
Oh,
Oh,
I thought you were asleep. Sorry.
I'm quite aware of my surroundings. I'm simply meditating.
Okay. Well, like, how aware are we talking here? Like, say if hypothetically a small furry animal silently moved up near you and tried to take something from you, would you notice?
That is an oddly specific question, sir.
That's not an answer.
And you weren't really asking a question.
Willie's just gonna stare at Avir over here, the thief behind him. Questionable as to what his intentions are. Avir, hold on. Before you try to take anything from this wondrous fan of mine, this is not what our intended journey was for.
Well, I'm not sure what your intended journey is for, but my intention is to make some coin.
I do see some coin in your future, but it's hard to know more.
Ah, yes, you can read the future.
As I'm told my sign says.
As you're told your sign says, can you not read what your sign says?
I cannot.
Is it because you have your eyes closed?
That isn't really relevant. Look, the sign's simple. If you want a future told, I can do it, but for a price.
What's the price?
I don't accept gold. It isn't worth anything to me. I have to get to know you better. I give you an option. You can either choose to answer a riddle, or one of you can fight me in one-on-one combat. No magic.
No magic?
No lethal blows and no magic.
Well, that doesn't seem very fair, does it?
Though that is my price.
Oh.
Willie's gonna look at
a
Avir.
Without magic.
I cannot fight without. Well, I cannot fight.
I didn't say you had to win the fight for me to tell you the future. Just that you had to engage in the fight.
I prefer to help those who can help me.
Why am I adventuring with you?
Because you are here to assist me, from what I can tell.
Who accepted your application to the guild?
Willie is going to head towards the man on the floor. I actually did not catch your name. Does it say on your sign?
No, my name is Panshan.
Panshin. Perfect. Panshin. I will accept the first offer of which you spoke of.
You wish to engage in combat?
The riddle.
Are you sure? If you can't, you don't have to beat me in combat, but if you fail to solve my riddle, your future I won't tell you.
Avir, I would appreciate it if you would step closer so you could hear the riddle.
I can hear perfectly fine from not in punching range.
Alright, tell us this riddle then.
As you wish. I carry a greater load dead than alive. While I lie, serving many men. If I were to stand, I should serve a few. If my entrails are torn out to lie open out of doors, I bring life to all, and I give sustenance to many. A lifeless creature which bites nothing. When loaded down, I run on my way, yet I never show my feet.
Uh, a prostitute.
He shakes his head.
Ah, darn.
I
Uh,
think you should fight him because you're not going to be able to solve that riddle.
I believe that if we look at this through a diplomatic solution, we will find the solution of the riddle, possibly. Is the riddle. Um, Willie's gonna start looking around. Is the answer to that riddle that tree over there?
No, it is not.
Oh, is there anything else Willie can see in the surrounding area that he could point out?
Uh, I mean, there's corn.
It
Some fences. That's about it.
must be the corn then. I proclaim that the answer to this riddle must be corn.
It is not.
I proclaim you two should fight each other.
Very well. Willie is going to grab his lyre, and he's going to put it on his back, and he's going to start rolling up his cuffs on his sleeves. And he's going to say, "Very well, Pension. I assume that I am never going to understand this riddle. Therefore, I think we're about to fight."
An honorable to admit your shortcomings. As he says this, Panchan, in one fluid motion, goes from sitting crisscross to standing up straight, but still has not opened his eyes.
I realized I've made a mistake. Willie is actually going to take a step back.
I'm just watching.
You notice that Panchan, instead of drawing a weapon, he simply holds his hands in front of him in like a combative stance. He's unarmed.
Willie as well is going to raise up his hands in fisticuffs. Motion.
All right, roll me initiative, Sadad. I'll get the tracker up.
There it is.
And let me, bam. All right, so that's him first. He approaches. He walks up to you. You notice as he moves, he has this kind of strange waving motion with his head and his body, almost like a snake that's kind of slithering type of motion. And he is going to. And this is for non-lethal.
That actually misses.
All right, so hold on, and then.
Oh, that one actually does hit.
So in quick succession, he throws a jab followed by a hook at you. Again, never opening his eyes.
What's the non-lethal on the second one? It doesn't show damage.
Oh, indeed it does not. Take that damage instead.
Alright. Oh, shit. Willie, recoiling from that, it's very obvious it hurt a lot. Oh, is it mine?
Yep, that'd be you.
Alright. As I said, recoiling from that blow, Willie, somewhat stumbling, is going to take a step to his left of Pension and take a swing or two. And obviously, both
in
of them.
Panchan's, as he continues to make the snake-like weaving motion, he just gracefully, like moves his head out of the way of each of your attacks as they come.
End of turn.
All right. He proceeds to almost the second you're done throwing, like you have thrown a punch past him. He takes the opportunity, closes the distance, and throws a couple strikes of his own. Another jab followed by two right hooks in a row. And he seems to be doing this.
Pete and I have just sat down and we're just eating nuts out of a bag watching.
My God.
Okay.
Surprisingly, Willie managed to buck and weave away from those. Given his tall stature, he's a very slender man, so it's quite easy to miss him at some point. But in doing so, using his big old long arms, he's going to give a couple swings out at Pension once more. Using his left arm, his right arm, and then his elbow.
Panchan seems to move around your strikes almost like he's made out of water in his fluidity. None of them even coming close to actually making contact. You haven't been able to so much as touch him yet in this fight. And at this point, Panchan takes a step back, and he lowers his guard and he says, "All right, I think that's enough."
Very well. Willie is going to unroll his sleeves. He's obviously sweating already because this is the most rigorous thing that he's done in a while. He's going to say, "Very well. I never like to fight a fan anyways."
You may not possess skill, but you possess honor in the fact that you tried to fight me. And this combat with you has given me some insight into the future. Wait a moment, and I will attempt to divine it for you. He hasn't opened his eyes once since you've seen him. He goes back to sit on his blanket. He kneels back down, and he meditates. But this time, you see his like some wrinkles crease in his face as he concentrates hard, and he goes, "All right, I'm looking into the future of both of you. I sense. I don't see. I sense. There is something dark and magical. It's some unnatural magical presence that is causing the problems that you're going to face. I know not if you shall be triumphant, but that is the nature of the problem you will face."
Does he have any, like, items around that I see?
He has a very small bag on his, pack on his bag, but actually roll me a, let's see here.
Perception?
A society check.
Society.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't appear to value, you can tell by looking at him, he's definitely some type of, he at least was or is a monk of some type, and he doesn't seem to put any value on, possessions at all. Everything he has is, very plain and simple. He has a small satchel with him, but you doubt that even if he did have something, he probably doesn't have anything of real value other than the things he needs on a day-to-day basis.
Can I cast Read Aura on his bag?
I do not know. Would that show the meta? Obviously, would that show potions?
I know
think so,
whether I know whether an item is magical and if it is the school of magic. So if potions have a school, then yes.
I think some of them do.
Yeah,
I believe they
this
do
would
in
be
Pathfinder 1.
Yeah, he has some potions in his pack. Yes.
Okay, but he doesn't seem to have any like powerful magic items.
No, none of them are powerful. They seem simple. In fact, as you cast this and sense this, he actually takes reaches into a satchel and pulls out one of these potions and places it on the ground before him and nods at Willie Skylish.
So, is this for me?
Yes, it is. You fought bravely.
Yes. The adoring fan. speaking to himself, obviously. The adoring fan, always paying their respect to me. Willie is actually gonna take a step forward and grab at that potion.
All right, it's
Uh,
it's
what
just
is it?
a potion of cure moderate.
Oh, hey. All right, give me 1 second to add that to my thing.
Henshin, how are you able to see the future like that?
I don't know. It's a gift I've always had. Um, it's just been with me all my life. In certain situations, I can gain small glimpses into the futures of the general future of groups of people. Never more than a couple months in advance, though.
A
So
couple
you said
months
you
in
could.
advance. Interesting.
You said that you could see into my future. Can you see anything else?
No, that's all I saw. I saw that you two, as a unit, are going to encounter some type of problem caused by some magic gone wrong, and that's all I felt. I didn't feel anything else.
Sounds quite stereotypical.
And you I'm struggling to understand. So, one of the circumstances you can see the future is in combat. And how
Uh,
does a riddle help with that?
um, I, I'm, I, I, I'm not entirely sure. But these are just things I've learned about my abilities. It seems that getting to know someone better in certain ways can help me more accurately divinate their future. And one of those ways is combat. Just feeling their strength pitted against me seems to be a trigger sometimes, as does them pitting their mental abilities against me as well. Although I will be honest, far more people have beaten me at combat than at my riddles. And he kind of smirks a little at
Interesting.
that.
So, why are you here?
I journey between places. I'm somewhat of a wanderer. I go around and read people's futures and train my mind and body. And I'm just on the road between two places. And generally, when I'm on the road and I'm about to set up camp, I'm tired of walking for the day, I'll set up this little sign and read futures. I found it helps with my training as well, since a lot of people will try to test their combat prowess.
So, where are you currently heading to?
I was heading to the city up ahead, but earlier, after I sat down and had been here a few hours, I got a premonition that maybe that wouldn't be the correct course of action. So I've been meditating, trying to reconsider my path.
Well, what's the other option?
That is what I have been meditating on to find the other options.
Well, the simplest option that I can think of is heading the other way. Unless, of course, you wish to follow. As we, ourselves, are heading towards that city to deal with a issue that the mayor has requested us to assist with.
Excuse me, but you do appear to be heading away from the big city and towards the small town to the west.
Seem to have
That's right.
confused. I seem to have confused the city and the town, as they are both four-letter words.
Um,
Willie's gonna start strumming his lyre once again, while turning his back towards the group. Obviously,
that
slight
said,
embarrassment.
are you suggesting I come with you?
Well, as you can see, I may need the help.
Hmm.
Willie's just gonna keep strumming to himself.
Help with what exactly?
Help with not dying, considering my new companion is not exactly as talented as.
If dying is a concern, or is it you must be preparing to encounter something uh, like a dangerous task, an undertaking of some kind? Yes.
That's right.
What is the nature of this?
Well, I wish I knew, but the only information I was given is that there's some monsters.
Uh,
Oh, okay. So you're helping rid an area of monsters. Is that what you're doing?
As far as I'm aware.
That's a noble enough cause, I suppose. I might consider joining with you, but know this: I do not kill. I will kill for no reason and for no one. So if I do choose to assist you, know that it would be not for. I would never be willing to deal a killing blow to any creature,
Not even a bug.
not even an insect.
Just gonna
What
keep
if it's an
strumming.
animated creature?
I still don't see the reason why death should be the goal of any situation.
Well, in order to kill something, it has to be alive. And last I checked, elementals aren't alive. Well, some are.
I mean,
What?
that's an arguable point of philosophy, though, isn't it? Isn't the Earth alive? So aren't the elementals that come from the nature around us alive in that respect?
I believe this assortment of philosophical debate should be stowed away, as we do have a objective to do. And Willie's gonna start strumming his lyre a little bit louder.
He has a
Yes,
point.
we have something to do. Meanwhile, you are going to strum your instrument.
Yes,
Hmm.
it's good to practice. Because we're heading towards a town, Javier. Think of all the fans waiting for me.
I'm
Once
sure
they hear that
nobody
I'm
there has
here,
heard of you.
once I arrive, you will see the mounds of fans appearing at our very feet, begging for for me to recite one of my most famous plays.
Okay.
He's just gonna keep on strumming.
I will admit.
Well,
Can you roll me um, a diplomacy check in your attempts to get Panchan to join you?
Me?
No, Avir.
All right.
I shall.
He goes, truth be told, as I've already somewhat admitted, I don't actually have anything better to be doing. I suppose as long as you're willing to accept my code and not expect other from me than I've already told you, I would be willing to assist you, at least for the time being.
I have one more question. Sure, I will accept your code. You kill undead.
I have yet to encounter an undead.
But if you did,
Willie's just gonna start walking.
I don't think we have time for a philosophical debate. As you've already said, you do have somewhere to be, and the day is growing, I mean, we are kind of burning daylight here, aren't we?
well, like you could see it with your eyes closed.
I could
Willie's
not see with my eyes opened. I am, in fact, blind.
Oh. Willie's gonna put
Well,
his
I'm
head
sure
down.
the daylight doesn't matter to you, does it?
It does it does when it comes to being beset upon by bandits on the road.
Willie,
At this
Willie's
point,
upset at
Panchan
himself.
is starting to roll up the blanket he was sitting on, which is like real cheap material. You can see now it looks almost like burlap, and he's rolling it up and putting it into his bag.
Does he have any other items laying around?
Nope, he just has a small satchel with him, and then this roll.
Okay. I'll just watch him and then start walking.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
right.
just gonna keep walking. We need to keep going.
You arrive at the town. Hold on. No need for tokens here. You arrive at the town, Roseville, just before dusk. The town is a quiet farming community, and at this time of day, there aren't many people out and about. There's a general store, but it's closed. Next to the general store is a two-story building, an inn and tavern. The faint glow of a fireplace emanates from the door and the windows.
What time is it, roughly?
Oh yeah, that's a better question.
I just before dusk. That is what I said.
Just before dawn.
Dusk.
Okay. Dusk, same
But
thing.
what is that, 5 o'clock?
You don't have a clock. You don't have clocks here. No one in this town has probably ever seen a clock. You know how expensive clocks are?
Do we have?
It's
Right?
before dusk. It's last light.
Do we happen to have a sundial?
No, you don't happen to have a sundial.
Oh,
It's just
all
before
right.
dusk.
Let's just keep heading in. Willie's gonna look at a beer. Do you happen to remember if the receptionist gave us a description of the town mayor, or are we just gonna have to ask around?
We're gonna have to ask around.
Of course. Very well. Let's just head into the city, see if we can find a guard or maybe like a shopkeep, see if they could figure something out for us.
I repeat, the town is a quiet farming community, and at this time of day, there aren't many people out and about. There's a general store, but it's closed. Next to the general store is a small two-story building, an inn and tavern. The faint glow of a fireplace emanates from the door and windows.
There's
I
no
guess the tavern.
guards like standing around anywhere.
No, this
Yeah,
town
I
is
mean-
not big enough to have its own guards.
No, like local farmer just standing out with a pitchfork, like, get off my lawn.
Not really, no.
No. Okay.
I mean, the only thing really, like, everything seems to be closed. I mean, this is a really small town, and it's, getting kind of late, and it's a farming community, so they're generally early to bed.
Okay.
Well, just start towards the tavern.
Lead the way.
The tavern is far less, so you're going to go into it, I assume?
Yes.
The tavern is far less noisy than those found in the big city, and though most of the patrons look and smell like farmers. The tavern floor is muddy, just like the boots of the farmers. Behind the bar is a thin man, looking to be in his late 40s.
There's nobody else in here but him.
No, there's like two farmers at a table, kind of having a quiet conversation.
They must be discussing me.
I'm gonna walk up to this man. Excuse me, we're looking for your mayor.
Well, you're probably not going to be able to find him at this hour, but the town hall's right past the general store, so, if you go back in the morning, what's your business here?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
What do you mean, don't worry about it? We don't get a lot of visitors. I want to make sure you're not here to cause any trouble.
Well, I can assure you we certainly are here to cause some trouble.
I'm going to have to ask you find lodging elsewhere.
Willie's gonna push a beer to the side, and he's gonna speak to the tavern guy? I forgot his name. I don't think he even gave us a name. I'm gonna start talking to the man. Sir, please ignore my compatriots' comments. He means well. We are actually here to assist the mayor in a possible issue that he might be having.
Oh, are you from that adventure guild he called?
Yes, of course. We were just sent here by.
Well, why didn't you say so? The mayor actually told me if you showed up, I'm supposed to give you your lodging for free, but you still have to pay for any food or drink you want.
Well,
You have lodging for an extra room. We picked up a third on the way.
Yeah, we only got 4 rooms, but we don't have anyone staying here at the moment. Like I said, we don't get a lot of visitors around here.
You struggling with your business?
No, most of my money comes from people coming in to drink at the end of a hard day's work.
I see.
does he have a tip jar anywhere on the bar that I can see?
At this, everyone, roll me a perception.
Perception.
There it is.
Okay, Bayit, you don't hear you don't hear anything. Willie, you hear something like loud and big coming towards the tavern.
Must be a huge rambling of my fans.
At that moment, the window crashes in the tavern, and a rampaging loose bull charges in, followed by a short, stubby farmer chasing after it. As this thing starts to, just absolutely wreck the inside of this tavern. The bartender has taken cover behind the bar. The other farmers are just trying to jump out of the way. This thing is going wild.
Uh, Willie's
How
gonna look
close
at
to me? Or yeah, you go first.
Willie's gonna look at the raging bull. You said it was a blue bull?
No, it's just a big, like this bull looks roided out. Like this thing looks
Oh.
jacked. It's a giant bull, and it's just losing it. And there's this tiny farmer. He's like maybe 4.5 feet tall, who's running behind this thing, trying to like corral it, to no avail. He's completely unsuccessful in this manner.
Okay. So Willie is gonna look at the bull, and then he's gonna look at Avir and say, "It's one of the strangest fans I've seen in a while. However,
That bull is not your fan.
you obviously came here to see me. However, seeing as how we're here to help the mayor, we might as well start helping the patrons of this tavern here."
All right, and keep in mind, as you're having this conversation, this bull is rampaging and just destroying the place, and you're kind of like, actually, I'm going to need you both to give me a reflex save just to dodge out of its way as you're trying to have this conversation.
We're just sitting here bickering while it's running around.
You both managed to you've rolled high enough. You both managed to you're almost unfazed. Like you just kind of jump out of its way as you quietly have this conversation, and this bull is just wrecking the place.
Next time it comes near me, I'm going to try to hit it with a sigil.
Okay, what does that do?
It just leaves a sigil on it.
Okay, you are successful in that.
Does the bull have any other like markings or anything? Does he have like a bell?
He has a
around his neck?
brand on his butt, which I mean, it's so there's a farmer chasing it. Presumably, it'd be his bull, and that's his brand from his farm.
Okay. What can we do to stop a bull?
Look, you can try to intimidate it out, but I think I'm a little bit too small for that.
Okay. Seeing as how the bull's like running around in circles, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's just terrorizing this bar.
Alright, the next time the bull comes straight towards Willie's gonna take a step forward, put his hand up, and just say stop to the bull.
Roll me an intimidation check. What colors is Willie wearing?
What colors are you wearing?
Yeah, what colors is Willie wearing?
Well, like a green tunic-ish. A little bit of green.
I don't know. That vest looks kind of close to red to me.
Uh-oh.
The bull seems to get even more angry by this and charges you like head on with its horns down. Roll me a reflex save.
Oh, pops. There you go.
You narrowly managed to dodge out of the way, but you
The second one.
Oh, second one. Okay, yeah, you managed to dodge out of the way as it charges past you and rams the bar, doing quite a bit of damage. The bartenders behind the bar still cowering, just freaking out. Oh my God! It's a bull rampaging in my inn.
Oh Lord!
I'm gonna snap my fingers and yell really loudly at the bull, and just shoot a little jolt of electricity at him.
As you do this, it hits the bull. The bull stops. You can see it convulse, and it falls over and just dies.
It dies?
It appeared to have had a heart attack.
Oh my God!
And the farmer who is chasing this bull runs up to it, puts his head, like his ear, down on its chest, and goes, "You killed him! You killed my prize stud bull!"
I'm sorry, it was just a little shock to get him to leave. I didn't think to kill him.
Demand compensation. That was my prize stud. That was my livelihood.
It was just a little shock.
You killed my prized bull.
I'll help you find a new one. It's not a big deal.
I need compensation now. That's not a replaceable bull. That was the finest stud in this whole area.
The finest stud in this whole area. I'm like mocking his accent. Was just rampaging through this man's bar.
It's a bull, not a beast. You don't kill it. You wrangle
bull.
I
it.
didn't try to kill it.
Well, you did kill it.
You killed it.
You killed him. You killed
killed
him,
him.
and now he's dead.
He's dead.
I'm gonna look at Pan-chan and just kind of like make like a please help me face and then realize he's blind.
Yeah, he doesn't know you did that. Pan-chan, during all this, he like did a backwards like jump up onto the fireplace mantle, and it's just been kind of like squatting there up there.
Look, man, I'll do anything. I'll give you a favor. I don't
need
have the money.
financial compensation right now.
The man here needs financial compensation.
I don't have any money.
You have
I
no
literally
money.
just crawled off the streets.
Mata, do you actually have no money?
I have like 12 gold.
Okay, roll me
Oh my
you know what I want.
Yeah.
He goes, of course, some dirty street rat just comes into town and kills my prized bull.
Wait. Willie's been on the side of the farmer for quite a while. However, being called a dirty street rat, it kind of strikes him a little odd. Mr. Farmer, sir, I don't think you know who you're dealing with right now.
I'm dealing with
Obviously.
some homeless bum with no money who killed my prize stud bull. That's what I'm dealing with.
I mean, he is right. I am homeless.
Are you gonna pay for this bull?
Is he asking me?
Yeah, he's asking you now.
How much was the bull?
I need at least 50 gold to compensate for this. I mean, I'm gonna have to breed a replacement. You know how long that takes?
What were
About
you
2
doing
minutes?
with a bull?
I was walking him. I had just taken him to another farm to stud him out, and I was on the way taking him back home. He got loose and ran into the tavern, and I was trying to wrangle him.
All you do with those things is eat them?
No! Where do you think cows and bulls come from?
Well,
A
sure, you
stork
can
drops
breed
them
'em.
off? Did your parents not teach you about the birds and the bees?
My
I know
parents did
everything
not
you
teach me about much, no.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, that's just kind of depressing. However, I still need compensation for my stud.
Willie is going to approach the man and tell him, look, we do not have the funds to properly compensate. However, I can do something for you that's worth 10 times as more than
Really,
your
this is
precious
not the
bull.
time.
Roll me a diplomacy. All right. How much money do you have?
How much money do I have? Is a great question to ask. Meta-wise, I do only have 86 silver.
Man, y'all broke. So okay, well, what do you if you're gonna lie, you need to like roll me a deception, obviously.
Willie is going to look at the farmer and say, I have enough gold to purchase 50 bulls. However, I will do you one better.
If you have enough gold to purchase 50 bulls, then give me the money to pay for my bull.
I don't think you understand what I'm trying to convey to you.
I don't care what you're trying to convenience me, all right? I frankly don't give a damn. What I care about is getting compensated for my bull, and I feel like I've been pretty clear about that.
Willie's going to get out his lyre.
Willie, this man has no idea who you are.
That liar ain't worth shit. You think I'm going to take that? I don't want it. I want gold.
No, I wasn't giving it to you. He's going to start struggling.
What the hell are you doing? I don't want a song unless that song is you giving me my gold.
I happen to have a song quite popular with the people, of which is a
He
great way to
turns
make
to Avir
coins
and
for
he
you.
goes, "Is this man serious right now?" Is he?
Groaning.
Okay, he turns back to Will and he goes, "Look, I thought having to deal with this homeless street rat was bad, but I'd rather deal with him. All right, I'm just gonna go back to dealing with this homeless street rat because I don't know what your deal is, but I'm not about it. All right, let me tell you that right now." Turns back to Avir. All right, so how are you gonna compensate me? You got anything of value? You got any money? I need something to compensate me for this bull, or I'm not gonna be able to feed my family. I don't think you understand.
Listen, sir. I understand. I'm a sorcerer. I can offer you my services.
I don't want no dirty magic happening anywhere near me or my family.
What?
Magic has
You
done enough
racist
bad to
against
this town.
magic users?
Magic has hurt this town enough as it is with that damn wizard. I want money.
Like one lizard.
Sir, I am homeless.
I don't. You gotta have something. One of you or your special friend over there, one of you has gotta have some money or something of value.
Willie's gonna start
Listen, you
playing
want
a
food?
song.
You want to feed your family? I have some rations.
That's not the problem. You don't understand. This is my means of income. I need something that will last me a while. I don't just need a couple meals.
Anything except for money I can give you.
Well, you got anything that's worth money?
Not really.
Does he have any money or anything that's worth money?
royalties.
I mean, I don't know anything about him. I just met him today.
I don't
He's
have any
always
royalties.
claiming he's famous. You could try to get his autograph and sell that, but
at this point, the bartender realizes that the struggle is gone, and he's like, "Jim," and the guy who's been yelling at you, the short little farmer, looks at him and goes, "Jim, I will pay you 10 gold right now if you just get this damn bull carcass out of my store." And Jim's like, "How dare you, Jim? You know I've kicked your ass before. Do you really want to deal with this right now?" He's like, "Yeah, fine, damn it." And then he starts, he goes back outside and he starts dealing with this bull carcass in a quite ingenious manner. He rigs up a rope and ties it to the back of his wagon, and then has his horses start dragging it away. So he's in the process of doing that, and Jim's just sitting there, shaking his head, going, "God damn, Jim."
All the while, Willie's singing a song for the deceased bull until it leaves the building. At that point, Willie doesn't he doesn't need to keep playing.
All right, so yeah, he eventually gets the bull out and goes away. Jim gets a piece of wood and uses it to patch the window up. The rest of the bar, there's some serious damage, but he's gonna have to fix that later. And he goes, "I am sorry about that, folks. Jim can get a little hot-headed sometimes."
I'm about to be such an asshole. I'm gonna reach into my pocket and give the innkeeper a gold coin. And I'm sorry for your troubles.
He goes, "Well, this is hardly going to cover the damage, but then again, it's not your fault, so." All right. Well, like I said, I recall you guys want to know about the mayor. As I said, he is going to be, I don't know where he'd be at this time of night, but if you, just come back in the morning and go over to the town hall, he should be there.
Very well, just point us towards our rooms. We could have a rest.
Well, you guys are taking all of the available rooms I have, so just it's upstairs. Just each of you can pick whichever one you want.
You have any beer?
Yeah, sure. That's about all we do have.
I'll take a couple beers.
All right, that's gonna be 1 copper each.
I'll hand him 2 copper.
All right. Yeah, we got beer, whiskey, and food. And if you don't like any of those, well, too bad.
What kind of food you got?
Well, we got beef. Obviously, we got a lot of cattle around here, so there's no shortage of beef. And we got corn. And we got some. I got some potatoes back there. I think I got a pot of stew back there. I think there's some left. If you want a bowl of stew.
Could have just had some beef right now.
I'll take some beef, and I'm gonna toss him a silver piece. Could you bring me something for my little buddy?
You're what now?
I've got Tweet, just
Oh,
hanging off of my back.
Your squirrel. I don't know.
Yeah.
What does it eat?
Apple.
Vegetables, fruits. Just
Will
kind of
it eat
eats
corn?
whatever.
I got lots of corn.
Yeah, I'll eat corn.
All right, I'll bring up some corn. And you see him go back, behind him. There's like a small, wood burning stove with a pan on it, like an iron skillet on it. And he puts some oil in the pan and then just tosses some strips of some flank steak on there.
Smells good.
And he'll bring it to you up in your room. He'll knock on the door and leave it outside your door.
I'll thank him as he's walking away.
Yep. You guys want to do anything before the preceding day? Or the following day, rather?
I think Willie's good to go.
No, I'm just hanging out.
And you guys want to do anything in the tavern in the morning before you leave?
I want to fill my water skin. If there's
That's
anywhere
when-
to do that.
That's when Willie's gonna do his eating and everything.
So the owner is going to tell you that he doesn't actually keep water in the tavern, but there's a well nearby the in the center of the town that you can use.
Man, why do you stay here? It's in the middle of nowhere. Why don't you go to the city?
We're simple farming folks. We don't like city life.
Yeah, fair enough.
Plus, you can't really have cows in the city.
Well, this man
You seen a
doesn't
sheep
own
in the city?
cows.
All right, so you guys are just going to head out to town again?
Yeah.
All right. The town seems to have gotten an early start, and you can see what passes for busy in this small farming town. The general store has opened up, and a farmer is riding a large cart filled with corn pulled by 2 oxen. Next to the general store, you see a small wooden building with the sign Town Hall out front.
I'm assuming that's where we have to go.
Does it look like there's anyone inside? Can we see through any windows?
Yeah, but I mean, you can't just see through it. It looks like the door's open, though.
Alright, just walk in.
All right,
Follow.
The town hall appears to be cleaner than the tavern, but the furniture is old, worn, and mismatched. The floorboards are creaky, and the wooden floor is in need of some repair. The boards are rough, and some of them have nails sticking out or a little bit of rotting in the boards. The mayor is the only person in the town hall, and he is built like a bull. He has a large red beard, a beer gut, and long red hair. He goes, "Oh, hey there, can I help you?"
This man's a human?
Yes, he's just really large, but he's got he's a real big guy. He's got a beer gut. He's in his late 30s, and he's a redheaded with a big beard, and he just addressed you.
Is it natural red hair?
Are you gonna ask about?
I'm wondering why you asked that. I'm trying to understand your logic. You broke me a little bit there. How would you know? Is my response.
I don't know. That's why I wanted to know. It's not important. I'm gonna walk up to the mayor. I'm gonna say, yes, we were actually sent here by Miss Tullivarn from the Adventure Guild.
Oh, the guild! Finally, you're here. Yeah. So, look, can I level with you guys?
Well, I just killed some dude's bull last night.
Yeah. Let me guess, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bull's always getting Jim into trouble. Look, here's the situation. I was just elected mayor, and the reason the last mayor didn't work out is because he never solved this monster problem that started happening. And my only idea, I ran my election, and I basically said, I'm going to fix the monster problem, and my only idea was to call the Adventure Guild. So I really need you guys to fix this for me. My farm isn't doing too well, and this mayor's paycheck really helps a lot.
Wait, so you're a farmer and a mayor?
Well, I was a farmer, and now I'm a mayor.
Kind of a big plate.
I mean, it's a small town. I mean, there's not like a whole lot of, people throwing their hat in to be mayor. I happen to be a little bit popular with the locals, and I thought I'd try to run. And as I said, I need the money from the mayor paycheck, and if you guys can't fix this monster problem, I'm not going to be mayor much longer.
Look, we'll fix it. We got you.
It's good to hear. Do you got any? I assumed you'd have some questions or something.
Well, I'd assume you'd brief us or something. I mean,
Brief? Like you mean like your drawers?
Do you know what type of monsters we're gonna be dealing with?
Oh, no idea. I lived here all my life. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. I do know they started showing up about just shy of a month ago. I got no idea what they are, but they're big and they're scary. A lot of the people in the town have been blaming this wizard who lives in a tower nearby. It's to the north, but I think it's probably superstition, whatever. The wizard keeps to himself, but he comes into town to buy food and such occasionally. I kind of have a hard time believing it'd be him. He's always kept to himself, Now, if you want to know more about the monsters, though, what I'd suggest is the only person around here who could probably help. He used to be an adventurer like you guys, but he's retired. And he could probably help you figure out. He probably knows what the monsters are, to be honest. I think his experience would at least help a little bit. He lives out to the west of the village. You have to go down this little forest road. He kind of lives in this dump cabin in the middle of nowhere. But you also might want to check out the general store, see if they got anything that'd be helpful to y'all. And that's really all the information I got.
You know where they are? Where we can find them?
Find what?
Monsters.
Oh, it's crazy. They seem to just pop out out of thin air. It's wild. They pop up, attack people or animals, usually just animals and stuff, and then just gone.
Just a question.
Have you ever seen one?
Yeah, but it was it was kind of foggy out. It was early in the morning, you know how it is, and I could just see this big hulking beast attacking. This is when I was still a farmer before I was mayor. Attacking some of my sheep, and I was scared. I almost wrecked my drawers. If I'm being honest, I wasn't going anywhere near that thing.
Do you mind if I ask you a question about your village, real quick?
If I'm assuming you would need to, yeah, sure.
Do you have a voting process to become mayor?
Yeah. So we have a town council, and those people whenever we want a new mayor. The town council decides that the current mayor isn't really, if someone says, hey, I want to be mayor, the town council decides if we're going to have an election. And then if they have an election, all the townspeople are allowed to come into the city hall and vote.
Has someone else been running?
Well, no, we had the last mayor, and everyone liked him until he wasn't dealing with this monster problem, and now I'm mayor.
You didn't have any enemies?
No, not really. I mean, people were a little dissatisfied with the monster thing, as I said, but that was really anyone's only complaint, is he didn't fix this monster problem.
So nobody was dressing up as monsters and, attacking people?
I never considered that. I don't think so, though. They made some pretty crazy noises. I don't think a person could do that. It is an interesting thought, though. Then again, if that's the case, I don't know why I wasted my time calling you.
Did that wizard have any opinion on him? Do you know?
Oh, I don't talk to the wizard. He likes to be left alone. But as I said, I think the best person to talk to would probably be that that old adventurer, because he could at least tell you what the monsters are, if not tell you where they're coming from. I mean, he was an adventurer for a long time, decades, I think.
Right. And where did you say we can find him?
He lives out to the west. If you go down the main road, the main dirt road, further, you keep going until you find a path that branches off and goes into the forest up there. And you just follow that forest path long enough, eventually you'll see it's an old decrepit cabin out there in the woods.
Very well.
And again,
We-
maybe stop by the general store. I mean, I'm sure he could use the business, and they might have something good for you there. I don't know.
Oh,
Very well.
We'll keep it in mind. Thank you for your help, I guess.
I'm just
And we'll
hoping
just
you
head
can save the village, and we have put together a small pot of money for you. It's not a whole lot, but it's a lot to us, and it's yours if you can solve the problem.
Anything helps.
Okay. I'll be here if you
And-
need me, at least during the day. That or at the tavern.
Is what's his name?
Panchan?
Panchan with us?
Yeah, he's just been quietly following you.
Okay.
With his eyes closed?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just walk back out.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
I'll
step
follow
back
over
out
you.
into the city street. The dirt road's there in front of you, and the general store is right next door to the mayor's, the town hall.
Might as well just go inside, see if we need anything else before we head out. Or if they have anything else that could help.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt to look.
Alright, we're gonna head into the general store.
All right. The The store shelves are filled with various farming supplies and equipment. The floor is muddy, and the store smells of hay. You see a rail-thin elderly man behind the counter and goes, "Hey, I'm old Mike. Let me know if you need help with anything."
The mayor actually sent us over saying you may have some possible items of which can help us on our mission right now.
Oh, are you those adventurers that we were supposed to be hiring?
That's right.
Oh, I don't get a lot of your tops in here, but I think I might have something in some old crates in the basement. It's gonna take me a while to fish them out, but maybe come back later, towards the evening sometime, and I might have them fished out by then. But it's gonna be a while before I can get to that. If you need any regular supplies or tools, feel free to look around the shop. But as far as adventure type things, that might take me a bit while to dig up. But I think I do have a couple things somewhere.
But
Alright, we'll check back.
do you happen to have any potions of curing on you?
No, not on me. No. Again, I might have something like that in the basement. I mean, we have basic farming equipment. There might even be some things adventurers might need. I imagine everyone could use some good rope. We got some bear traps, stuff like that. Baling wire.
Oh, I
think I'm set. I
I
got a
think
pretty
I'm
good
okay
rope.
for now.
All right. Well, come back here.
Alright.
I'll just leave.
Yeah, we'll just head out then. Well, I guess we're just gonna start heading out west to find the that little shack in the woods.
I'm gonna stop Panchan. Hey, Panchan. He said they pop up out of nowhere. It might be better if one of us stays here, keep watch on the town.
Oh.
As you wish.
Do you have any way to contact you if we need you? I don't think anything will come up, but
I can just sit out here in front of the general store and set up my sign. I'm sure a couple farmers will try their luck. Just come back if you need me, I suppose.
all right.
How are you
well,
gonna see the monsters?
you know where to find us if anything goes wrong.
Yeah, down that forest road, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Don't
All
give
right.
up.
And you see Panchin roll out his blanket and get his sign out, sit down cross-legged, and start meditating there, right out the outside of the general store, on the porch.
Okay, and I guess both of us are just gonna start heading out again.
Yeah.
So you're going down
West
the
Road.
forest road?
Mhm.
Yes.
As you follow the mayor's directions, you take a left off the main road onto a path through a forest. The tree growth is extremely dense, and the trees block out much of the light. The path is poorly tread, and the grass has reclaimed many parts of it. As you continue to travel to the old adventurer's cabin, you are taken deeper and deeper into the forest until you reach a bend in the path. The air here feels damp, and the forest is eerily quiet.
Do we feel any... I guess I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm just gonna keep walking, I guess.
As I had said, the air here feels damp, and the forest is eerily silent.
Just walking along. I'm gonna send Tweet out to just kind of scout the area.
How do you communicate with Tweet, by the way?
I just talk to him normally. He can't talk back. He can, like... I think he has, like, an empathetic link with me, so he can, like, share his emotions, but I just talk to him.
Alright.
Willie was trying to adjust his lyre, got caught in his hair. It happens sometimes. I am just gonna follow Avir closely in this little foresty region as he leads the way.
Can I roll for Tweet's perception?
Doesn't he have his own perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a perception. Tweet comes back to you and reports lots of things he's interested in that you don't care about at all, like little plants with berries on them high in the tree branches, and other squirrels that aren't flying that he views as inferior, things like that.
Well, yeah, that's pretty cool, buddy. And so, we'll for sure check that out on the way back. Hoping he doesn't remember.
No, he's gonna remember. Okay. So lead the way over here.
Alright, I'm just gonna go in.
We're gonna follow the road, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, roll me a perception.
Following.
Stop, roll me a perception. Alright, you both can see like a weird rumbling under the ground, like almost like the dirt is moving underneath the ground.
Like where? Like right under us? Or like
No, like
everywhere?
15 to 20 feet in front of you.
Over here somewhere?
Not quite that far in front of you. A little bit closer. Remember, each square is 5 feet, like around there, yeah.
I'm just gonna snap my fingers. A little ball of electricity in my hand. Is anyone here?
Alright, as you say those words, hold on. Suddenly the dirt comes up out of the ground and forms into like a large, hulking, monstrous shape.
Hello.
Initiative.
Okay.
That it was one of my fans.
Alright, so that's gonna be Willie Skylish starting it off.
Seeing this hulking mass of, I'm assuming dirt or rock, or what is that
Yeah, it's
thing?
like dirt and rock and grass.
Seeing all that stuff, he's going to, reach down his leg. He's gonna grab his little hand crossbow that he has there, and he's gonna fire it at the. Is that an elemental? Like, can I tell if that's an elemental or not? Does it
roll
look like
me,
one?
knowledge planes.
Planes.
Is that a
Planes. I
thing?
don't have planes. No.
What's the new equivalent?
Arcana, nature.
It would most likely be a nature check. That's what primal magic is.
Yeah, do a nature. No, you don't know what it is. It's just a monster to you.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna fire at it with my crossbow because I'm scared of the unknown.
You hit it in its what appears to be its shoulder, and it It almost seems unaffected, though, as the bolt just sticks in its shoulder.
I'm
Alright.
gonna look back at you. Why did you shoot it? It wasn't hostile.
It scared me. And, we'll just end my turn. Reload and end my turn.
I'm just gonna take a step back and ready my electric arc if it does anything hostile.
That's all you're doing with your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. It takes 15 shambling steps up to you, and it goes, ahem. Fix what has been broken.
Okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix what's broken.
And then it's going to attack. This is plus 11 to hit.
Okay. That's a hit.
Okay. And that's going to do for this is plus 6 for damage.
All right. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot
and
of damage.
I get my electric arc off as a reaction because I already did though.
Reaction.
That's a reflex save.
It fails the reflex save, and takes the electric arc straight center mass, and it kind of it stumbles back a step as that happens. That takes us to Willie.
Seeing his friend there, Avir, getting smacked with a big ol' rock fist, Willie's gonna start a hymn of healing on Avir.
Avir.
So Avir gets fast healing too. This is what time. He gets 2 temporary hit points as well. So it's gonna start that little hymn of healing thingy, as well as pulling the trigger to fire his hand crossbow once more at the big old shambling thingy of rocks. Possibly whiff.
As you hit it, he lets out a groan. How I will return. And at that, he dissolves into the ground, and you see the ground rapidly moving away underground until you can't even sense it was ever there.
Wow, I did it. Willie's in disbelief of himself.
That was terrible. I hated that. I assume you just heal me fully with your hymn of healing for the next 4 rounds.
4 rounds of 2 healings, so 8 healing in total. I'm just gonna keep it on you.
Okay. Alright. So that was awful. I'm not sure why it wanted me to fix something and then attacked me. Not sure why it thinks I could fix something if I'm dead.
Maybe he wants you to fix his broken heart. Willie's gonna bring out his lyre and start strumming. Basically, he's gonna start strumming a great heart.
I'm not sure now is the time to play your instrument.
Now's the perfect time.
I want to get out of here.
Willie's gonna take the lead. He's gonna say, "We need to head towards the wizard's tower or shack, wizard's shack."
How we do?
Willie's gonna take the lead, however, seeing as how Avir got.
So you're gonna continue heading towards the retired adventurer's home?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're gonna keep heading that way.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright. The party, you spot a small cabin as you continue through the forest. The north side of the cabin has some significant moss growth Smoke trails out of a dilapidated chimney, and there's a fresh skin from a bear drying on a tannery rack. You see an old man. You see an old man with wrinkled face and white hair, but for his age, he still appears to be in good shape. He goes, "Who be you?"
Are you cooking a bear?
"I'm skinning a bear."
He asked you a question, Avir.
I think he asked you the question.
I am Willie. Surely you've heard of me.
Well, he asked who you were.
"I have not. Are you here to speak with me? What do you want?"
We were told by the mayor of the town to the east to come speak to you about some possible monster issue that they've been having.
"Oh, so you be adventurers."
Yes.
Yeah.
Come in. I'll fix you a cup of tea.
I go inside.
And he
Okay.
invites you into his cabin.
Does the bear smell bad?
No, it's halfway through being tanned. He's been tanning the hide of the bear.
Hmm.
So you smell like the tannery chemicals, but not the bear itself.
Alright.
So you're going into the cabin?
Mm-hmm.
The cabin is full of relics and mementos, presumably from his adventuring days. The most notable items include an impressive greatsword with a serrated edge hanging over the fireplace, a library of scrolls on a dusty bookshelf, and an ornate longbow hanging over a chair with a ghostly shimmer.
So, you used to be an adventurer. Do you work for the guild?
For a time, I mostly was with an independent group. We had quite a few adventures. And he points to a table and some chairs in one of the small areas of the cabin. He goes, "Sit here. I'll prepare us something to drink." And he goes over to the wood burning stove in his little under his chimney, and he starts heating up some water. And he looks at you as he's doing this.
I'm just gonna sit down and then put Tweet on the table and start petting him.
Yeah. Yes. I'm just watching that happen. Yes, we have been sent, to ask you some questions about it. See if you could possibly give us some more information because the mayor doesn't seem to know anything about the monsters. He just knows
Well,
that there's
I can
monsters.
tell you the earth elementals, just from having seen a few. It seems like they're being caused by some sort of powerful magic. I haven't been able to identify the source, but the only person I know of, and the least that I'm aware of, I mean, it's been a while since I've been into town, but as far as I know, the only person who lives around these parts with enough power to cause something like that would be the wizard who lives in a tower north of the town. He used to teach at a mage's college in the city, but I can't recall why he doesn't anymore.
People seem to keep mentioning this wizard, yet nobody seems to know what his name is. Well, then again, I haven't asked. Do you happen to know the wizard's name?
Merle. His name is Merle.
Earl.
No.
That's fitting.
Oh, and I haven't introduced myself. My name is Ragnar.
Ragnar. That does not sound like a local name.
It is not. I wanted to settle down somewhere quiet when my adventuring days were done. At this point, the water's heated up, and he pours you each a cup of tea. And he goes, "I'd like to ask you a question, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Why have you chosen... You seem to be green when it comes to adventuring. Why have you chosen to adventure?"
I desperately need money. I have lived on the street past few years.
"And you?" And he points to Willie.
I simply need more experience so I can convert those experiences into my music.
"Well, let me tell you something. You shouldn't be adventurers." Look, adventuring is romanticized. It's not what people claim it is. Eventually, as you get older, you'll adventure for years, and as you get older, your body just won't be able to handle the stresses of it anymore, and you'll be forced to retire just as I have. Most adventurers just don't make it big, and you'd be better served learning trades and doing normal jobs like everyone else.
Well, I've tried trades. I didn't like it much.
Some people are born to live a life of pain, I suppose.
Well, I would rather live a life of pain than a life, you know, in some random alleyway.
Well, if neither of you can be convinced otherwise, I can at least give you something to help. Hold on. And he goes over to a chest next to a scroll, the bookshelf's full of scrolls, and he opens it, and he roots around in there for a minute, and he pulls out something in his hand, and he walks over and puts it on the table, and it looks like these weird charms. They look like they're made out of natural materials, but they feel like they have some type of magical presence, and he goes, "These are luck charms. Anytime you feel like you need a little bit of pinch of luck, you can use them, but they only work once, and if you try to carry more than one at a time, one of them will just disintegrate. It's part of the way it works. But feel free to take them, and if you're ever back here, I'll be more than happy to give you more. I make them, so."
Oh. Well, I appreciate
Meta,
it.
these are magic items. They're one-use items, and you can't carry more than one, but they allow you to re-roll a dice once and accept the new result.
And what did you call it? A scroll of what?
It's a luck charm.
Oh, a luck charm.
Yep, so you can use it at any time after you've rolled, but before you hear the result, to re-roll and accept the new roll, even if it's worse.
Use roll. Sorry, I'm typing it up. Okay.
Is it on a necklace?
No, it's just like a little. It's like made out of like a feather and some other things. It's not a necklace, it's just like an item.
I'm gonna dig in my backpack and cut off a piece of rope, and then kind of put it on like a necklace, like a really crude necklace, and hang it around my neck.
Okay. All right. I think that's about all the time we have for today. We will be back next week for our next Clumsy Quester stream. If you missed part of this one, we will be uploading this this recording, to YouTube within a couple days. So until next time, have a good one.